everybody, welcome to today's attachments webinar. I'm Bryn and I am going to be conducting the demonstration portion of this. I am with OnTheClock's Customer Experience Department, and joining me today I have Samantha.
Hi everyone, my name's Samantha. I am also part of the Customer Experience team, and today I'll be managing and moderating our chat for Q&A. So if you do have any questions, go ahead and leave a chat and I'll be answering those questions throughout.
All right, so as we do go through this again, like she said, if you do have any questions, please feel free to put your questions in there. We're going to go ahead and answer any additional questions at the end. So if you do have any, we'll kind of hold off as I run through this. But I know everyone's time here is important, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this because I know you guys are super excited to learn more about this and what attachments is. So what exactly is attachments? So our attachment feature is the capability for your employees to add photos to their time cards. They can add up to 4 when they punch in and then 4 when they punch out, and they can do this as well, every single time that they are punching. So, if maybe there's something else that you want employees to be using with this photo attachment option, whether it be you want them to take a picture of the workplace, maybe you want them to take pictures of the work site or jobs completed, if maybe you want them to upload a photo of maybe a receipt or a work order, or maybe even your employees are working at home right now and you want them to maybe take a picture of their dog. Again, whatever you think that this is going to be useful for you in your business needs and operations, this is what this photo attachment option is here for. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with our website portion first. So on the website, if you do have an account with us, please feel free to sign into your account if you haven't already, and then go ahead and follow along with me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get signed into my account here. So I'm currently in my OnTheClock admin account. This is going to look the same for admins as well as managers. The only difference is that an admin will need to be able to come in here and turn this setting on. So we're going to go ahead and click on the setting icon right here up top. And then we're going to go ahead and in this drop-down menu, we're going to choose time clock settings. So now that we're in time clock settings, over here to the right, we have options. And at the very bottom of the options box, we have a photo attachments option. So by default, you're going to notice that this is set to off. So you just go ahead, click on this, and then in that drop-down menu, you want to choose one of 2 options. So we have on and then on camera only. So the difference between both of these options, on means that this is going to allow your employee to add both live as well as previous photos. And then the on camera only means they're only going to have the option to upload those live photos. And if you do happen to forget, we do have here as well a little question mark next to photo attachments. And again, it's going to tell you what both of those on settings mean. So if you were interested in having your employees taking a picture of themselves, again, just verifying that they are who they say they are when they're punching in, and you don't want them to be uploading any previous photos, maybe from their camera roll or on the device they're using, then you're going to go ahead and just choose that on camera only option. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to keep mine set to on. And then once you have chosen your selected option, go ahead and press Save Settings. Great, now that we've gone ahead, we've updated our account settings. Now employees have the ability to go in and add photos. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into my employee account for you here so you can see what this looks like. So this is my employee login screen. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And now that I have logged in, again, this is my punch page. So I can see my current status is set to punch out at the moment. And then I do as well have the option to enter a note. And then this new addition right here is this plus icon. So all we're going to do is we're going to simply click on this little plus button. And we can see here on this section, it's asking me to drop files, and I can do up to 4. So again, because I did say that I wanted to allow the camera to do both as well live and previous photos, I have browse as well as webcam. If I did happen to choose that live camera only, I would only have the option to do the webcam. So I'm going to go ahead and if I wanted to browse for a photo, I click on this. it's going to pull up all of my photos that I have. And if I wanted to go ahead and select a photo, it's going to upload it for me. And then if I also did webcam, then again, my webcam's going to come on. I'm going to take a picture of myself, and then I can go ahead and upload it from there. And then if they are having any issues with the webcam and why it's not working, we'll have a really handy why isn't my webcam working option right here for them to choose to help you troubleshoot it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you as well employees if they happen to be using group punch mode. So that is our kiosk mode. So maybe they're not necessarily using the punch option where they're coming in and they are, again, just simply using the email as well as username and password to be able to punch. So again, they'd come in here, enter their employee number, and they're going to get that exact same punch-in screen to then go ahead and then add a photo of themselves. And again, if you have the option for both, they can do live as well as previous. And if it was on camera only, they could only do the live photo option. So that's going to, for the most part, pretty much conclude what we have for our employee section. Let me go ahead and show you though what it would look like from the admin or manager perspective if they were using OnTheClock. So I've got my time cards page, and now when we are adding those photos, we can see indicated with those photos on the time cards page a little paperclip icon. So on this paperclip, if I hover over, it does tell me that there's photo attachments. So it's telling me that photos have been added. So I can go in and simply click on one of these, open it up, and I can see for this particular punch from 8:20 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. there were no photos added. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on scrolling. And then I can see here are those photos. So it looks like from the time of 5 p.m. that this employee did happen to punch in, they did upload 4 photos. So if I wanted to view those, I could go ahead and click on this little magnifying glass. When I click on this, it's going to go ahead, open up so I can see what the photo is. So if I wanted to go ahead and pull up another one, again, really simple and easy to do. And then we also give admins and managers the capability as well to come in and click on this little plus icon that we have here. So if I went ahead and I clicked on this, and if I wanted to add a photo as well, I can do browse or I can do webcam. So again, if I click on this, I have the photo of myself and I could add a photo. So I'm not going to go ahead and add a photo to that one for right now, but this is going to conclude our portion for the website, what it looks like for employees as well as admins. So if you do happen to have any employees who are using their phone for punching in and out, I'm going to go ahead and show you what that would look like on their phone. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my employee section. So you should be seeing my screen now and what it looks like for the app. So I'm looking at my Bryn employee. So I can see I am looking at my employee dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and click on the punch in and out icon. And now I can see with this, again, I have this little plus icon that says attachments. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that. And again, because I did say I wanted to allow my employees the ability to enter both the previous photo as well as live photo, then I do have the option to do both camera as well as gallery. So I'm going to go ahead, and if I wanted to do gallery, I'm going to tap on this. All my photos come up from my photo gallery. Let's go ahead and select this photo here. And let's say I also wanted to go ahead and add a live photo as well. So let's go ahead, let's pull my phone up, let's take a picture. And I have my camera that I can reverse. Hello everybody, say cheese. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and add this photo now. We can see my photos have been added. And if I wanted to add a punch note or select a job, I could do so. I've got the little green icon telling me I'm ready to go ahead and complete my punch. Let's go ahead and punch in. So now I've got my uploading attachments telling me I have successfully punched in. So let's hit OK. And that's it. Really simple, really easy to do for your employees. And, you know, it's going to be a really great tool for them if they want to be able to come in, add any additional photos that they need to take pictures of, again, of the work site, whether it be receipts or work orders. They can do that now with this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you now what it would look like from the admin point of view if you wanted to maybe view this information. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize here just for a moment. And if you do happen to have any questions, please feel free to use our chat section. So I am now logged into my admin account. So we can see my admin manager dashboard, and I have time card summary. I'm going to go ahead and tap on the time card summary icon. And now that I have my time card summary icon, I'm looking at my 3 employees that I am currently overseeing. Let's go ahead and open up my test employee. And I know that they did a punch recently. So again, if I wanted to look at any of the previous photos, so for 7/26, we were looking at that one earlier, and it was that 5:30 to 8:30 time. Let's go ahead and open that up. And there are those photos that we looked at before. And if I wanted to go ahead and pull an up-close view, I can go ahead and view that information right there. So you can see I do have the capability to come in here and delete these photos as well as close out. So if you did need to remove any, you most certainly can do so. So let's go ahead, let's open up another one that we had done. So let's go ahead and look at my Bryn H employee. So we've got that punch-in time that we just did a few moments ago, and that was that start time of 2:09 p.m. And now we can see those times as well as those punches that I added. So again, if I wanted to remove this photo, I could do so. I don't need to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and just close out for now. And if you did happen to make any edits or deletions to your employees' photos, that will be actually recorded in our raw activity log. So let me go ahead and show you what that's going to look like here. So again, I'm back on the website looking at my time cards page, and in my options box, I have right here my audit log. So this is where all of those edits or changes are tracked for you. So I'm going to go ahead and check off my audit log box. And I can see all those punches again and changes that I made, they are logged here. And I can see punch in attachments that were added, 3 images. And then I also have right here punch in attachments that were deleted, 1 image. So again, if you happen to go in and make any edits, remove things, that's going to be logged here for you for your reference, so you would be able to know. So that's going to conclude our attachments portion of this webinar. So again, if you had any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat section. We do have a couple pop-ups that are coming up here we want you to answer. We want to know what you like about this. What do you maybe wish that we could implement? So I do want to let you know we do have a couple of limitations with this before I let you go. So the limitations that we do have is if you happen to have employees using our fingerprint reader option, they're not going to be able to upload photos at this time. So again, that's just not something that is available right now, but we are working on making that improvement. And then something else that we do have, just as a reminder for another limitation as well, is that you can only add up to 4 photos per punch. So if you wanted to, add more photos than just those 4, please, by all means, chat in, email us, talk with us. Let us know that you want us to make these changes and improvements to the photo attachments. And, we'll be more than happy to do so. And then as far as the photo files, if you do happen to have employees who are adding previous photos, and again, they're not those live photos with that camera, then those previous photos, we do accept all standard image types. That would be JPEG, PNG. We even allow GIFs now. So really exciting and cool news that we can be able to offer this to you guys. So again, this is going to conclude our demonstration portion. So please, any questions you have, leave it in our chat section, and then we'll go ahead and get started with that Q&A with Sam. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure.
So I've been answering a couple questions inside of the chat. Some of the questions that came up one was by Rebecca, and it was, can they add a photo at any time or just when they punch in? This is a great question. So we do have a couple settings inside of OnTheClock. So you should be able to see my screen, and that question was again about if an employee would be able to attach that only in the beginning at clock in and clock out, or if they could attach it at any time. So inside your settings, under time clock settings as an admin, we have a couple functionalities in here. We have the on camera only. So if you did have this placed as on camera only, this means that an employee would only be able to attach a photo live, so they wouldn't be able to go into a gallery and add anything. And that's going to be tied into your employee's permission levels as well. So if you have an employee And inside their setup, each employee has their own profile. That is going to be located under our additional options under our general tab here. Manual time entry and adjustment is the functionality that if you need your employee to be able to upload this photo attachment at any time, in case they're uploading a receipt maybe later on, something like that, you would want to have this turned on, so just so that they have the functionality to be able to do that later on. Otherwise, they won't be able to do that regardless of what your setting is here. Also, to note with that, having this as on allows for a photo gallery selection either way. And then just to let everybody know, if you did join in later, you are going to be able to get a replay video. And with that, I think this concludes the webinar. Were there any other questions? If so, go ahead and ask them in the chat over here. Okay, I think that is going to conclude the webinar for today. I just want to say thank you for everyone for joining us. We had a lot of fun. And then I'm going to go ahead and share a poll just to see what you would like for us to do next. So in the corner, you should see what would you like the next webinar to be about. Go ahead and click that and help us decide. Rebecca, yes, so if you did have manual time entry and adjustment turn on, that would mean that they could go in and update anything inside of their time cards, like any punch times, anything like that. So manual time entry and adjustment is going to allow for your employee to make time card edits outside of just photo attachments. Any other questions? You're welcome. I see about 6 people left, so if there's any other questions, feel free to ask in that chat. And again, just remember to click this, help us decide what to share with you next. We really want to continue to go and share some fun content with you and webinar content, so help us decide what we should go through next. All right, I'm going to conclude the webinar, and that's the end for today. Thank you so much. Yes, we are, Rebecca, yes, we are compatible with Gusto, so we do link in with Gusto. So you can send your employee time card, your employee time over to Gusto. It's a pretty great seamless integration. If that's something that you're interested in us going through, Rebecca, go ahead and click on that, help us decide what to share, and put that in there. We'd be happy to go through that in a webinar as well.